anymore. I would like to, over these next 2 months or so, whatever amount of time is left, I want to start to try some initiatives. And one of the initiatives I'd like to get your and Peter's buy-in on, and your honest opinion, is I want to try some shit, right? And if it ends up failing, it fails. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Meter maids. So, idea. Dressed a certain way. Non-law enforcement. They would effectively be restricted to the little square in between Del Perro Freeway, La Porta Freeway, Olympic Freeway, and Little Bighorn. They at most get either a little scooter that we get them from from Mosley's. They wear a very distinguished, like very obvious, these are a meter maid dress. They are not law enforcement. They do not 78s. They do not have radio access. Their only job is they walk around or they little scoot around looking for vehicles that are not parked properly or whatever. They give it a ticket and they put a little photo in or whatever, and they ticket the person directly and send them a text message saying you have been ticketed. What do you think?
Okay, let's play some devil's advocate here.
Yep.
You want someone who's unarmed with no law enforcement experience to walk around in a dress issuing people citations, and the majority of the time people pull guns for parking citations.
Yes.
Do you not like these people?
I think that we need to give our society an opportunity to I believe in our society. I believe that surely no one will get upset if they are ticketed, right? And at the end of the day,
would you be willing to work this job for a few days?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Actually, I'd love to supervise it.
I mean, I'm all for diversity, when it comes to things like this. I'm just trying to look at, I guess, big picture, what the outcome of it is. We have guns pulled on us for speeding tickets.
Very true.
Officers get shot for it, right? Now, of course, I'm sure there's history and things like that.
So do people work in the food courts,
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Absolutely.
I think one of the because you're not wrong. I think the reality is that we have a bunch of Zoomers that are indoctrinated into gangs, whom effectively grind 12 hours a day, whether it be banks, whether it be booths or whatever. And if they are even mildly inconvenienced, whether it's a slow food delivery or someone gets pulled over, they start throwing a fit. But I'm not going to let a bunch of temper tantrumed, Zoomers prevent our city from flourishing. So,
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm trying to push more positions here in the PD as well.
Yeah,
trying to hire more civilian positions for things like intake, down in the cells, progression for office administrator, as you saw the other day. I'm trying to add a few more roles to have the PD a bit more lively.
Yep.
You get to have them out there as well. Meter maids. Who would they be under? Who would be direct oversight for them? Jeb would.
Jeb and Peach, as an example, would be a good one. You did what is the RF? Like maybe under dispatch, under someone that is, I feel like a Jeb or a Peach or something isn't a bad idea.
So you want them to be part of LSPD, a branch of LSPD?
They would be hired by the PD, but they would not be like law enforcement. We would put accompanying legislation in, right? But I imagine, what is a meter maid in New York? Let me ask AI real quick.
I mean, they're non-sworn.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, they're like what are they though? Like what are they norm? Like, is there a category of name to them?
Not sure about New York. back where I come from, they're public service officers.
Oh, is that a different terminology?
Yeah, I mean, there's different terminology for everywhere you go, but I mean, they could be public service officers.
See.
They could be.
So according to this, it says a meter maid, also known as a parking enforcement officer, is employed by the government or private organizations to monitor blah blah blah. And let me see. Are they like I think our categorization of them would be that maybe they could, or we could start off in them being like just employed, right? The idea is that it would be I think we need to, I'd write up the legislation for it. I'd consider them non-Leos. I think I'm a coin toss on whether or not they'd be considered government employees, right? And I think generally my idea behind this is it's going to bring some livelihood in Legion Square. There is going to be some risk associated with it, but that's understandable, right? Running sanitation is going to give risk. But I think it'd be... I don't know what to expect, but I think over those 2 weeks, we would then reevaluate whether this makes sense or it's a failed project. You know what I mean?
What if? I don't know if this is going down an odd route. But what if you had Los Santos security?
Oh, okay.
And then
keep cooking.
Los Santos security will be in charge of all the meters, all the parking. They could even have their own tow essentially, and then they'd kind of be their own. The problem would be that they're their own kind of operation. But Los Santos security would essentially patrol parking and then provide security to, say, public events. But I guess
the problem is there would be no. They wouldn't be able to give tickets, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would make sense.
Private property; it'd be public property.
Yeah, it's public, but also the only way to give tickets is being in the PD.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's a big aspect.
Yeah. I think if there's the legal concerns you might be worried about, I think we can legislate those out. Like anyone hired is known that in that legislation, I'd probably even write out like, listen, this is like they know the risk they're taking joining this. So,
yeah, I mean, I'd prefer it not to be Jeb for a couple of weeks here. I'm trying to have him pilot this program when it comes to.
It could be anybody. You know what I mean?
I think. But I think. So Peach is also in charge of dispatch, and I mean we could find somebody.
Oh my God, Rakesh!
Give someone a chance. Who?
The Rakesh. You know the guy with the big glasses.
Rakesh.
Arjun.
Okay. I don't think he's a full officer yet.
Oh shit. Omar
would be available, yeah. I believe he's full officer.
Look at that. Well. He might be somebody. I think it needs the person that's got some broader vision, right? Okay.
So what I could do, I could ask if he's interested in taking on more, and if he is, I could send him your way, and we can.
Okay.
You can have him put together something.
Beautiful.
And let's see what comes out of it.
Easy.
If they are going to be under the LSPD's purview, no 78. So they're civilians. So what about radios?
I don't think they should have
radio frequencies. Okay.
Like maybe a baton at most. I wouldn't even give them a baton. If someone holds them up, they hold them up, and they're fucking meter maid. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's I see it. I don't see this any different than if someone worked private tow. The only difference is they're like legislatively, they're going to be commissioned to issue parking tickets on behalf of the state, and I think or the county. Some of the finer details of the legislation, like I got it into my mind, but obviously this would be, we'll collectively like review this before a launch. Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, I would say
I'd be interested. I mean, on the surface, it sounds plausible. Sounds like we could do something with it. So let's, I guess, move to the next step and see if Omar's willing to take it on. If he is, then
hell yeah,
I'll send him your way to coordinate with you.
Okay.
And you can tell him exactly what you want out of it in terms of documentation for him to put together. Once that's done, we'll review it and we'll try to put into
beautiful
to action. You want them in actual maid dresses, right?
No, they don't gotta get. I mean, I wasn't thinking maid outfits. I know they do. They is that what maids wear?
No.
Oh.
Well, you said dress earlier. You want them in a dress.
Yeah, I meant like dress, like outfit. You know what I mean?
A uniform.
Yeah, uniform. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, that my vision on this is very different now.
Yes.
I quite literally
non-police
a dress
uniform that stands out. I mean, what I'm probably gonna do is see if I can find the right person that fits the vision as well in the interim. And I have some in the back of my mind, but let's do this. We'll have a chat with Omar and we'll do a follow-up on it.
Sounds good.
All right, easy. All right, Turner.
All right.
You take care.
Sounds good.
All right.
You too. Bye-bye.
Let me call Tilly. 1, 2. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be fucking good.